Cool.
I'm happy that you brought up the Australia tour because that was the next question I was going to ask you. So, but it wasn't
Okay.
about Don. It was actually
Yeah.
about the unholy trio of Jim Neidhart, Jake the Snake Roberts, and Junkyard Dog. You must have a story of them three just ruining everywhere
Oh
within like 10
man.
feet of their sphere of influence.
Oh man. Yeah, dog was. I mean, all three of them was over. They were staying back and taking a lot of Polaroid pictures and things. One night in particular, we got just kind of tie this one together. We got finished. I had to stay back myself and the two Australian guys to ride that bus with the guys that were taking the pictures. And that just happened to be who it was. And they had a big old barrel full of beer, on the bus and stuff. And Neidhart is, he gets up and he gets behind a driver and he's standing there and he's doing his beard gimmick, and he's grabbing the pole. And someone said, "I got to piss, let's pull over." Well, he went up and stood at the front of the thing and said, "No one, don't stop." And the driver's name was Jeff. And he's like, "Don't stop, Jeffrey." And he's like, "No one's getting off this bus to piss." It's like a 2-hour ride. And he's holding a pole and he's going, "You know how many wrestlers have been killed on the side of the road pissing?" Well, everyone's kind of started laughing like, "I never heard of it." But, he's all dead serious. And he's like, "We're not going to stop. We don't want anyone down on this." So he's doing that. Jake and Morocco and JYD's in the back, just hammering the beers, having a good time, what have you. But out of nowhere. So Jake is up there, and I'm having a few beers with him and one of the Australian boys, and the other Australian boy, he's kind of off to himself. But Jake just says, like, out of nowhere, now this is making sense. But he goes, "You know who they ought to kill? They ought to kill father fuckers." And I was like, What? Where'd that come from? And that's all he said. I don't know what I'm thinking. Maybe it has something to do with the things that are coming out now, But he was somewhere in a buzz that he wasn't there. That he was just like. Something like that. And I was like, we just let it go because he was like, he wasn't talking to me directly or the Australian boy directly or anyone. So it's kind of a, clusterfuck of a bus ride, if you will, just having a few beers, and heading back to the hotel. And hold on, Alexa, stop. I don't know what we said, but I got her going. That's the background noise. Anyway, yeah. No, those guys were over there. Jake's the snake he was using got loose at one of the arenas. We got there early, and they had hired. They used a couple of different snakes, and we got to one of the buildings, and we're doing the meet and greet and this and that, and go back to the locker room, and Jake like sit the bag down. Next thing you know, about 20, 30 minutes passes by, and like the snake's not in the bag, and the girl's freaking out. There's a guy and two girls that are like the animal handlers. They're like freaking out, like, what happened? He goes, "I just set it down over there. I had it tied, whatever, So after about 2 or 3 matches, Kishi Yamada, you may know as Jushin Thunder Liger, is in a shower, and all you hear in perfectly good English is, "Oh shit, snake!" And he comes running out. It apparently went down into a drain through the toilet or whatever. Of course, it was extremely hot, and it just came back up through where his shower was at. So that's pretty funny. And so Jake got to be a little more careful with the snake. So just little things like that make the tour even more fun, So
Don told me a story about that tour, and he said the Unholy Trinity were in a pizza place that also was serving beer and drinks and everything. He walked in, grabbed a couple of slices of pizza, and was walking out, and he sees JYD, Jake, and Jim. And one of them says, "Hey, Don, join the party." And they give him a triple vodka straight in a glass. And Don just goes, "Thank you," drinks it, and just walks straight out.
yeah.
I wanted nothing to do with that.
Yeah. No, they were starting from day one. It was 21 days of nonstop, really. Like I said, they were giving us pretty much free beer in the big tubs every evening, the Victoria Bitters, and then also Foster's. Just you had your choice, and you could take as many as you wanted. And some of the guys, once you get back on that bus, we flew just about everywhere, but there were also some times where you just took like a little 2-hour bus ride. They would just load their bags down and pound them, man, and I'm just as guilty. I had a good time while I was there. I'm not going to lie about it, but no use to, and I'm not talking trash about anyone or talking out of school on it. It was just a hell of a good tour. And, we had Guns N' Roses had just finished up a tour when we got there, like the week before for our tour, and hell, they gave every one of us a bottle of Jack Black that they had left over. If you wanted a bottle of Jack Daniels, they were giving it to you because it was left over from the last tour, and I took one of those right away. Like, okay, this will get me by for a few weeks, just having a good time, you know. But that of course that'll get you out of hand and get you in trouble. But you know, have a couple shots of Jack every night was, you know, if you wanted it, because they gave it to you. But yeah. We only had one night got confused with the ring. We was in Canberra, and I would imagine that might have been the night that that the Holy Trinity, as you said, they were probably out up to no good all night long. I would imagine, because we got there and it's real nice casino with the hotel, and we had a night off, you know, unexpectedly, and we got to stay another night there because we were supposed to have the next night off, so it worked out really good. But I would imagine that's where I know some other things that happened that I won't say because it involved a couple of my friends, and it just
well, yeah,
we shaved heads and stuff like that. Not good.